Hey everyone, this is Charles, host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, a place where connections matter. I'm here to serve people and to help them to increase their influence on social media through podcast interviews and how-to videos for new entrepreneurs. On today's episode, we feature the host of a groundbreaking new talk show called The Redemption Room that will be featured on Westwood News Talk that is broadcast on all social media platforms. Thanks for watching. I encourage you to subscribe to our channel and to give us feedback in the comments. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast where connections matter. I am Charles, your host of the Detroit Metro podcast. I'm your ambassador of hope and opportunity. I bring you podcast interviews of local Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. And I'm excited tonight, this evening, we have some very special guests. Thank you for joining us on this podcast. And I encourage you to like, share, and comment on this podcast, on this interview. We have a very special guest tonight. And I said guest with the S. We have ladies who are the hosts of a groundbreaking new talk show that I believe is going to be released in October. And this talk show is called The Redemption Room. Now, let me share a little bit about that, and then we're going to go into interviewing our guests. They're going to give more details about this new talk show and a little bit about themselves and how they came about on this project. But a little bit about the Redemption Room. I'm not sure if everybody knows, but reports show that 1 out of 2 ex-offenders find it tough to get gainful employment. And this form of blacklisting by society often plays into the high recidivism rate. When an ex-convict cannot get hired, or he or she may resort to the streets. But at the Redemption Room, convicted felons get a chance to wipe the slate clean. Isn't that great?
That's right.
With employment history. This exciting new series is birthed out of Westwood News Talk. Each week, former convicted felons join 6 co-hosts in the Redemption Room for transparent discussion to compete for a pathway back into mainstream America. Now, for those who don't know about the Westwood News Talk, let me share a little bit about that. Westwood News is a community-based media outlet geared towards highlighting pertinent issues within urban cities in America. Their commitment goes beyond simple discussion of topics. As a community, they discuss issues at hand. As a company, they create solutions and implement them within neighborhoods where they are needed the most. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to officially welcome the host of this new talk show, The Redemption Room. Let's give them a warm welcome. Yay!
Hey.
All right. So if you guys can kind of introduce yourself, we can start out with Kimberly. Just a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and if we can kind of go around, you guys share about that.
Yes, so I am Kimberly Marcelina. I am the vice president of the company, and I am one of the hosts as well. And what it is that change is coming. First of all, thank you for introducing us. I appreciate you, Charles, for even having us on here. We appreciate that. But I'm excited because I actually was doing, I had a podcast and done some businesses, and Mr. Sherman just reached out to me in regards to, being able to come and push the agenda ahead. And we want to be able I'm always about change and transformation in our community. So I love the fact that Westwood News Talk and the Redemption Room has joined forces to be able to, move the agenda forward when it comes to change in America.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, let's go, Roxy. Share a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself.
Thank you for having us. My name is Roxy. Some people call me Suge Rox, whatever you prefer. I'm a journalism major, founder of a movement called Beyond Peculiar, and I'm so blessed to be a part of Westwood News Talk in the Redemption Room. It's going to be transformational, just like Kimberly said. It's all about second chances. So many people think that, they can't get second chances, but we all deserve a second chance, and redemption is definitely going to take place, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Tasha.
That will be me. Hello. Thank you so much for having us. I am, again, excited. Like Roxy and Kimberly said, this is a wonderful opportunity to better our community. And not only that, to network and get to know each other and help each other out in any way that we possibly can. So that's what the Redemption Room is all about. That's being brought to you by Westwood News Talk. And we're excited about this. I'm excited to meet my people and help them in any way I possibly can. And I love my sisters, my co-hosts. We are a wonderful family already, and this is going to get better from here on.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tasha. And next will be Yolanda.
Hi, thank you for having us. And I, too, is very excited for this opportunity. And this opportunity is great for me because I am a mother of a felon who deserve a second chance. Okay. And also, I am very interested in helping our community and helping others. And I see this as, a generational wealth type thing, for our community. So I am so excited and I'm happy for my new family. And thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you for that great introduction. So tell me, anybody can jump in. How did you guys all come together on this project, the Redemption Room, this new talk show that's coming up? How did this all come together?
Well, I'll start. Actually, I did not know any of my co-hosts before this started. I saw an ad on, I guess an ad you could say, but it was Cedric the Entertainer talking about a new show. I've seen it on Facebook. That Detroit was bringing this new show, a new talk show, and that they were going to make these huge changes and how positive it was. And I'm like, okay, if Cedric the Entertainer said it, this got to be deep. So I have a background in radio and TV communications. So this is something, and I've done plays in my past. So I've always liked to be in front of the camera, also, doing anything I can to help the community. So when Jason reached out to me and we had a very long conversation, actually a couple of times. Jason and I spoke. That's Jason Sherman. And next thing I know, I was offered the position of one of the co-hosts, and it was a life-changing moment for me. I'm so excited.
Okay. Anybody else want to share how their role and how they got on to the Redemption Room?
Well, I will. Me and Kimberly are Facebook friends, and she actually shared the post. So every time I would go on Facebook, that would be the first post that I would see. So something dropped in my spirit, like reach out. I was like, I'm not sure, self-sabotaging, but I did. I jumped. So when I did jump, Jason called and he and I had a dynamic conversation. And I was so thrilled because, like I said, my son just came home, so I was excited. I was like, oh, this was just for me. This was for me. So that's what happened to me.
Wow, that's great.
Same with me as well, saying Kimberly. She's my Facebook friend too.
Okay.
And I seen the post on her page also. And I was like, you know what? Anything that is impactful, I want to be a part of it. Anything that's making a change, I am down. Okay. So when I seen it on her page, I reached out and I talked to Jason. And I love when I communicate with people. And it just seems so authentic. It's like, I'm talking to you like you're my brother or my cousin. Like I've known you my whole life. And when that conversation felt like that, I knew this is my family right here. I'm in the right place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That is awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Kimberly, if you don't mind me asking, you touched a little bit in your introduction. Can you share with everyone, how did the Redemption Room get birthed? How did this all come about?
So in actuality, it was supposed to be something else, right? It was supposed to be like a podcast. And as we're going through, when you're in a creating mode, things change, right? Just like when you create yourself. So when you're doing business and you're trying to plot everything out, things changes over time. So as we were creating and getting everything together, we noticed that, hey, we can be more impactful if we just be able to touch people who need to be touched. One day, so the story came to me as Mr. Sherman and his wife, they were sitting up watching TV and they wanted to create, instead of the news telling a story, why can't we tell a story? Why can't we create change? And so that's where it happened. And so at that point, it was, hey, now I want to be able to do this. Why don't we work with what needs to be impacted most in our culture? And what needs to be impacted most in our culture, it comes to prison reform. It comes to minorities or people just having businesses. So just to remind them that you're not being left behind. So that's where it all transitioned, and that's where it was. The vision was all created, wanting to create change in our communities, and us to be able to have a voice, an authentic voice in TV and media.
Awesome. So, what would be the simple way you would explain if somebody just walked up to you and say, "What is the Redemption Room?" How would you just simply explain it to somebody?
A room where you can be redeemed. Simple as it. It's a room where you can be yourself. It's a room where these our co-hosts, the ladies come because of experiences that they've been through too. Like Yolanda said, she has a son who has went through, so she understands. We're not here to judge. We are only here to help. And of course, you sit with a team of people who have created $1 million businesses. So we have the vision. We know that it works. And we just want to be able to help. That's the main thing, to be able to transform and change within the Redemption Room.
Okay. Now, so I want to make sure I have this clear. So, is this going to be a TV talk show, an audio podcast, YouTube? What platform is it going to be presented?
This is going to be on social media.
Okay.
Yeah. Will be on, so it'll be on all platforms on for social media.
Okay, so like, is there like a Redemption Room page that people have to follow to watch an episode, or will they broadcast live?
So yeah, it will not be cast live, but at a certain point we may get to that point. We are in the beginning phases, so it may, of course, things always transition. Right. So it may transition where we may get picked up. A lot of people start off on YouTube and on Facebook, but those are $1 million and $1 billion companies as well. So it can always be picked up, but yes, it will definitely be on. We have our page where you can reach us at www.westwoodnewstalk.com. We are also on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we have our YouTube channel where you can go and view some of the people who already are, fans of the show, which would be Cedric the Entertainer, Dougie Fresh, and Latoya Luckett.
Oh, okay. Now, so you guys already did some recordings already, or you guys are still in production, or
we are production phases at this time. So our show airs on October the 24th.
Okay. All right. And how are the people selected? Are they already been pre-selected, pre-screened? The ex-felons that you're going to work with? What's that process?
Well, I'm going to let Yolanda answer that question.
Okay.
Well, the process is each one of us had to bring 4 participants to the table. So we went out and we selected our 4 and we brought them to the table. So that's how the process worked. We screened them ourselves. We brought them to our team, and our team screened them as well.
And so
back off of what she said. So what it is that we try to partner with people that are in our community leaders, community businesses, families, friends. So it's anyone can be a part of the program, right? Because everyone knows somebody who has a felony, or who have been convicted of a felony, right? Or a miscellaneous crime, whatever that it may be. We all know somebody. And so at that point, we have been putting the word out. We've been talking to people, even just in the store. And so a lot of people have grasped and heard about what it is that we're doing. And so with our advertising and our marketing and just being word of mouth, people come, they fill out a questionnaire. Once they fill out a questionnaire, then we screen it, and then we do an interview with them. And once we do an interview, then they come onto the show. And then the process it goes from there, where they sit down with all of the ladies to be able to have a casual conversation, just like me and you. And then at that point, we decide, hey, this person needs an opportunity to be able to start a business, or we offer them also a job where they're being paid $20 an hour plus benefits. So we are employing 200 convicted felons.
Okay. Now is there a process? So they're selected for the program. You guys do an interview. Do you follow them over a period of time, or how does that process go with tracking what's going on in their life?
So the ladies will be tracking. So everyone is assigned to a certain amount of people. And what it is where we case manage as well, because this is not something where we just start a business and we just leave them on their own, right? We want to be able to, because one thing that we've noticed, you can't just leave people. And that's where a lot of people, they fail, or that's where they destruct, especially when it comes to our society, when it comes to people that are trying to be reformed or come into the redemption room. You want to be transformed and changed. So in order to receive change, you need additional services. So we are trying to put in place to where we also offer therapy services, and we have somebody checking on them and case managing their case to make sure, hey, your business is up to par. We're doing the part for you with a team of people that stand behind your vision and your dream.
Okay. I want to throw this question out to the host. So when you guys actually do the interview, are there certain topics, or what kind of things you're looking to get out of the interview, or what kind of things you guys talk about?
Well, we have not started yet, but our whole basis is we want to get to know them as a person. So, I mean, it's up to them if they want to share, their background as far as why they have a felony. It's up to them. They want to share that. But it's about us learning about them as a person, learning their interests, the things that they like, learning about their goals for the future. What are they looking forward to? What maybe their 5-year plan or their 10-year plan, and if they're the ones selected for a business, what do you love to do? What do you think that you will be successful in? I think it's very important when it's a business that someone is starting, that is something that they absolutely positively love, because then it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
And that's what we want to know. We want to get to know them, and we want them to get to know us. We want them to trust us, because at the end of the day, they're helping us just like we want to help them.
Okay. So it sounds like the show is more of like kind of sort of like a reality show. You guys do an interview. Is that fair to say? It's more. Why you guys laugh? It's more like a reality show, isn't it?
I guess you could say it has the kind of a feel of that, but it's a different vibe to it, though. It's more like us being ourselves, because we all know that on reality shows, most of the time they're not themselves. But this is us actually being ourselves, and the people that we bring on to talk to them actually being themselves, and just actually having a conversation. We're just really having a conversation on camera.
Right.
Authentic.
It's an unscripted journey to wealth. It's an unscripted journey to transformation. Okay. It's an unscripted journey to, another possibility that they never dreamed of before. So I would say it's like almost like maybe like the feel of The Apprentice and a reality TV, but we bring authenticity. And that's one thing that we wanted to be able to offer, was something that has never been done before, because when have you seen a show where they're creating change for convicted felons? That has never been done, especially on, being able to see that on social media. There are so many negative things. It's time for something positive.
But okay, so we were talking, it's more than a reality show because you guys are actually trying to transform people's lives. You're working with real convicted felons and giving them a second chance.
That is correct.
So it's more than that. Now, so like how often will you guys air? Was it? I know you say your platform is going to be all social media, Instagram, Facebook. Will there be certain times that you guys will present a new episode, or how would that work?
I'm gonna let Roxy answer that.
Okay. Well, our first episode airs on October 24th. We're actually going to be in production for the whole month of October. So you can expect to see us putting out content pretty consistently. We're not going anywhere. It's the Redemption Room. Hey, you see us, and guess what? We're not going anywhere. Transformation is about to start, and it's about to catapult. So just October 24th is when our first episode airs. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because it's going to be consistency in our episodes and consistency in our social media presence and everything like that. So if you stay locked in with us on all of our platforms, you never know. We'll drop something for you.
Okay. So it's going to be on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, IG. So what's the best way for someone to lock in and to follow you guys and see what's going on in the Redemption Room? Our
website. We also have Facebook, Instagram, we have TikTok,
okay.
We have Twitter, Westwood News Talk across the board.
So they would go to Westwood News Talk across the board on their website, the YouTube channel would be Westwood News Talk. Okay, all right. So I just want to make sure so everybody know. So those who are viewing this podcast, you want to see what's going on in the Redemption Room, seeing how lives are being transformed. You want to make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel, which is Westwood News Talk, their Facebook, Westwood News Talk, as well as follow them on Instagram. The same thing. So that's great.
Go
ahead.
Charles, off of what Roxy said, we also are doing a publication. Roxy, can you tell them about our publication that you're going to be heading?
Sure. So for each episode, when we speak with our guests, I'll be writing a publication on behalf of the show. It basically expresses, the nuances of the show and how everything went, just so people can get a deeper feel. Because through writing, you really get to feel exactly what's going on from a different perspective. So it'll just be touching on all different bases of who I spoke with, who we all spoke with, how each of us felt. I like to incorporate everybody into how they felt or how it went. And it just provides a different realm. This is like the physical realm of seeing us, but it'll just provide a written version of, how things went in a different aspect. So I'm excited about that.
Great.
I think that's going to be dope.
That's awesome. Now, so tell me a little bit more about Westwood Talk. How did that get started? Kimberly, are you like the vice president of that company, or explain a little more about that?
So like I had said before, with Westwood News Talk, we started it primarily bloomed just by watching the news. But for people to be able to go on, they actually can find our story. If they go onto our YouTube channels, they can go onto our website as well, which is the www.westwoodnewstalk.com.
Okay. Did that get started a few years ago, or is that something recent you guys launched?
Yeah, it is recent. It's most definitely recent. Within the past, I would say month and a half, actually, maybe 2 months going on. Okay. Been working on this, and it's flourishing. Like as we're going out, we're speaking. Yolanda, tell them the story about how you just ran into people and how they wanted to be a part of it.
Okay, I take a daily walk every day. So while walking, I stop by a local Mr. and Mrs. Matthews bike shop in the city of Detroit. So I stopped by and I saw one of my friends there who I know also, is a convicted felon. So I was sharing with him the story of, the redemption room. I was asking him would he like to be a part of it, giving him, the knowledge on it. And as I was speaking, another person that Tasha spoke to previously, and we didn't even know, he interjected and he said, I have the same information. So while I was there, I was speaking with him, letting him know what to do next to do his questionnaire. He continued to call several people, like 3 different people who are so interested. They're ready, they're thrilled, and then my other friend, he also called 2 different people who are like so excited, they're thrilled, they can't wait to be a part, they can't wait to view, they can't wait to communicate it to others that they know. So it's going to be a really dope experience. We're going to change a lot of lives, we're giving hope to our community.
Right.
So they need to follow us, pay attention, keep us posted.
Hey, that is awesome. That's awesome. Now, I read in your press release, you guys are going to target at least 200 convicted felons with the whole process of the redemption room and your program. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Okay, so that is awesome. And I'm assuming now these are all going to be local Detroiters that's going to be a part of this.
Yes.
So the amazing part is where the kickoff is here in Michigan, to start off in Michigan.
Okay.
But of course, we know every state is going through an issue with dealing with prison reform, right? And dealing with felons not being able to, convicted felons or felons not being able to get a job. That is the most horrific part of being able to transition out into the world. Is they make it so complicated for them to get a job a lot of times, and when they can't get loans for businesses, they have ideas to be human. So why is it that we're segregating? Because let's be clear, that's segregation. So why are we segregating, this population or your brothers and sisters? Why are we segregating them? And why are we demoralizing them and making it seem like they can't do the same thing that you and me go through, or me and you want to be able to explore? So we're going to take it from state to state. And that's the amazing part of being able to do this. So this is only the beginning. We're kicking it off here in Michigan. And then after that, once we get our foot running and everything is secure here, then we're going to go to different states to be able to open this up to them as well. So please stay tuned for this greatness.
Yes, that is awesome. Now, the 200 people, you're still in the process of selecting people, or are they already being pre-selected already?
They are actually being pre-selected. The show will run for 52 weeks here in Michigan.
52 weeks. Okay, in Michigan.
It will run for weeks.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing the episodes and the lives that are going to be transformed. That is awesome. Now, tell me, I saw on your YouTube channel, Cedric the Entertainer, Dougie Fresh. How did they get involved with knowing about the Redemption Room and what you guys are doing?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
No, I saw a video of Dougie Fresh and Cedric Entertainer. How did they get involved knowing about what you guys are doing?
Okay, so we just reached out and let them know. We reached out, which was so amazing that they even responded. And we just let them know what it is that we were doing. And, what we're doing is we're transforming our community. So who doesn't want to be a part of that, right? And so that they jumped on board. It was amazing what Dougie Fresh was able to offer to us to be able, because we're still accepting applications. So that is still going on. We're still in the process of that. But to be able to have celebrities be able to jump on board, that's an amazing feeling because they believe in what it is that we are doing in the communities. And so they wanted to be a part of it. And so they said, they hopped on and here we are. We're on YouTube and the numbers are constantly increasing. And if you are watching, please make sure that you go and subscribe. We can't do this by ourselves. That's the whole thing. We can't do it by ourselves. We have 5 or 6 amazing Black women being able to come together.
Okay.
And one, not having, no drama, any of that. They all have a purpose. We all want to inspire one another but also inspire our communities and those that we touch. So it was an amazing, especially when LaToya Luckett got on. And that was dope to have a woman that big and that dream as well. She's a beautiful woman. We all have endured as women. And so we have women who are felons as well who will be on the show. So it's great to be able to just tap into that community to be able to say, hey, can you help us out? So if there are any other celebrities or anyone else who wants to, and us, we greatly appreciate it. We welcome all sponsors. But yeah, we most definitely want to be able to, push this train ahead, and it is moving. Please believe that.
Now, how do you guys decide who's going to work in the business or who's going to actually be employed?
So the thing is, when it comes to that, we're looking at what it is that they want to do. We're having just regular conversation with them. We're looking at who really would be applicable at this moment to be able to start that business. So that is something are they inspired? Are they in the, is that someone we can groom and really, really work with, and who really has the ambition to be able to want to start something now at this moment?
Okay.
So it just depends on that individual, where they're at in their life, what they may be doing. Are they ready? Are they inspired? Are they a goal-getter? That still matters.
Okay. Now, do you guys have partnerships with certain employers, or how does it work when you guys find them a job? Is there are these companies and businesses that are on board of what you guys are doing?
So Westwood Risk Management is the company that will be supplying the jobs.
Oh,
and so
okay.
Affiliate partner of ours who will be able to, will be employing our the felons or the previous felons, because it's certain terminology they don't like to be condemned as or anything.
Convicted felons, right?
Yeah, convicted.
Okay.
So we just make sure that we're using the right terminology because we don't want to offend nobody.
Right.
So yeah. Okay,
that's awesome.
So shout out to Westwood Risk Management.
Now,
because jobs start at $20 plus $20 an hour, and it also comes with benefits. So that's a lot of people are not making $20 an hour. We have our felons that are, it's starting off at $10, $12, $15, and there are no benefits. So they are able to put themselves in a position where they get, there is change. And there is health benefits. That's the major part. We want health benefits. We want to get out the system, create their own system. What kind of work would they be doing with Westwood Risk Management? So the type of work that we'll be doing is mainly it's we have some marketing that'll be done. Also, it is. I think it was another position that functioned in training. There will be some training that'll be done. It's a couple different things that we specialize in, but most definitely it'll be some marketing that'll be done. It'll be some different training that we'll be doing. It's a couple different things. Okay. But we try to tailorize it towards what it is their background is and what they are able to do. Okay. So they're able to use a couple of different positions. Okay. Tasha, what do you enjoy most about what you do with the Redemption Room?
Well, most of all at this very moment, because we haven't recorded our first show yet. So at this very moment, it's been getting to know my co-hosts, my sisters, my new family. That's what I have been enjoying the most. And no, I'm gonna say I do love you guys. I would say that's the second thing I've been enjoying the most. The first is actually connecting with people in our communities that has a felony on their record. And just going up to people that I don't even know and just explaining what the Redemption Room is. I don't just come out and ask them, well, do you have a felony? I just say, do you know anyone that has a felony on their record that may be looking for a better job or looking to start their own business? And usually when I say that, I had people just, oh, me, oh yeah, and just handing me their information. So excited about coming on to the show and telling about themselves, about what they see for themselves in the future, things of that nature. So those two, my family and getting to my community and reaching out to them and connecting with them and speaking with them face to face. I love that communication. I love to converse with people that I don't know. I mean, you learn something new every day, and it's just amazing how their spirits are so high from the ones that I have actually spoken to.
Yolanda, you can answer that question. What do you enjoy most about what you do with the Redemption Room?
Oh, wow. The first thing that I enjoy, because we haven't taped, as Tasha said, but the first thing I enjoy is just the thought of being able to assist or help somebody or provide somebody with hope. So that's the first thing that I enjoy, to know that we're changing lives, and not just the person's life that we're interviewing, but their family life. It's a generational thing. So that's the best thing. And then going out, meeting people, as Tasha stated, and just to see, verbally, when you speak to people over the phone, you can see the smile you can hear the smile through the phone, and the smile, like, the excitement, like, oh my goodness, you guys are out here, you're willing to help me, you have a new opportunity. So when you hear that, and you hear that you're giving someone hope, that just makes me feel, I guess I could say, warm and fuzzy or excited about it. So, and then lastly, but not least, my sisters that I've met, my new family. So it's amazing to be, around a group of women who don't make you feel uncomfortable, and we feel like we have been knowing each other for a long time. So I guess we go together like peanut butter and jelly. That's the good thing.
That is awesome. Roxy, what would you say you enjoy most about working with the Redemption Room?
I love the fact that we're letting people know I'm so huge on purpose, because so many people feel purposeless, especially after dealing with something like that, or being incarcerated. Sometimes you come out, you feel hopeless. Sometimes people judge you. You know what I'm saying? So to be able, I've always been like that person that I was telling them, if I see someone on the street, I'm just like, oh, I just want to let them know that they have purpose. Like, that heartbeat that you feel is purpose. And what we are doing in the Redemption Room, we let you know that you got purpose, okay? Your life is not purposeless, it's purposeful. So that's what I love so much. Like, I love it, absolutely love it. And being that I'm surrounded by so many phenomenal women, and because I'm the baby, I've always been the young girl that sits up there, and I want to be in the conversations. Like, I want to be like everybody, like, oh, look what they doing. Oh my goodness, I want to be like you when I grow up. And they all are so beautiful. And I just love it. Like, Kimberly is so flawless. Yolanda is so bubbly. Tasha is so sweet. Bonita is so fierce. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to learn from them and to love on them, and to receive that back is so awesome. And shout out to Jason too, and his beautiful wife.
Thank you, Roxy.
Wow, that is awesome. That's awesome. So what's the best way we can be of support for those who will see this podcast and those in the community? What's the best way we can be of support to the Redemption Room and Westwood News Talk?
To subscribe, to share, to be able to. We need people to be able to share the information that is being given to them. We need people to be able to come aboard and to be able to help us to be able to, be able to move this train forward. So we need them to be able to subscribe. I need them to be able to subscribe to our YouTube. We need them to go to the website. We need them to sign up online. We need them to, what else, ladies? Help me out.
All of that.
All of that. All of that.
Put on the show that are a felon. If you know someone who was a felon, we need them to go, and we need them to fill out the questionnaire that is online. You can go online and you can fill out the questionnaire. From there, someone will contact you within 24 to 48 hours. Because we are getting a lot of subscriptions, where not subscriptions, where we're getting a lot of people signing up on online. So we need them to be able to come on and be able to, push the agenda forward. Share it with your family, share it with your friends. That's how you can help. If you are someone who wants to help us, please, we have it where you can do an inquiry online as well. There is a contact form on there for you to, and then subscribe on the website as well.
Okay. And that website is the Westwood News Talk.
That is www.westwoodnewstalk.com.
Okay. www.westwoodnewstalk.com.
Yes.
Now, and is that for the YouTube channel? Is that Westwood News Talk or Redemption Room? What's the YouTube channel name?
The YouTube name. Go ahead, ladies. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It is the Westwood as well. Westwood News Talk.
Westwood News Talk. Okay. YouTube channel. Okay. So, folks, you heard the host of the Redemption Room. They need your support. You need to follow them on Facebook, subscribe to their website, maybe their newsletter. Follow them, like and subscribe and share on YouTube. So we got to give support. This is a great, awesome program you guys have. You're going to impact lives of people who need a second chance, who are faced with challenges, and maybe things didn't work out. They've made some bad decisions, but that shouldn't define the rest of their life. We shouldn't be defined by our past. And we all need a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance to redeem ourselves. And this is awesome. Awesome. Any special announcements or things that you want people to know about? I know that you guys are going to air your first show October the 24th. Is there anything else, any other upcoming things, or you think people should know?
Well, first thing we want to be able to tell people is when it airs on October the 24th, you got to apply. You have to apply in order for us to be able to get to the application. In order for you to get on the show, you have to apply. So we want people to go to the website, apply. If you don't do nothing else, apply. That is the first thing we want you to do. So go to that website. The other thing, other than that, is we are making sure that we partner with people that are in our community. We have Aaron Slater, who's going to be on the show. He was convicted of 15 years where he was wrongly convicted. So he's going to be on our first show. We're excited about that. He's been on America, and he's done some things here, amazing things here in the city of Detroit, where he started a program for people who have been wrongly convicted. And so we're all about change in our communities. Okay. And once again, we are definitely happy about hiring 150 of convicted felons as well.
Okay, that is awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So thank you, Charles, for being able to have us on the show. We appreciate that.
Yes. As we kind of wrap things up, just a few other things I wanted to ask, and I think you kind of hit it on it a little bit. That was a great segue, Kim. What I was going to ask you, what can we expect on the first episode? So it looks like you got a special guest that's going to come out on the 24th.
Yes, we do. We have like I said, Aaron Slater. He's going to be on the show, and you're going to be able to see a lot. There'll be behind the scene episodes as well. We're going to be able to follow up on the guest of the show. I want to talk to them about how they feel. It's not just we're just sitting down, just having just conversation all the time. We're also going to go behind the scenes. Sometimes you may see a little drama. I mean, you never know. You got to tune in. But the thing is, we're employing people. 200 people we are employing. So go to the website. If I don't say anything else besides that tonight, is go to the website and make sure that you apply. This does not segregate only for men. It is for women as well. We need women to be able, because we want to provide them with jobs too. And like I said, we all about change, and in the Redemption Room, it is here to stay.
All right. So that is awesome. Any closing thoughts anybody want to share as we wrap things up?
Roxy, you got a closing thought for us? She's our publicator. She does everything.
Just make sure that you all continue to follow us on all of our social media platforms, because you do not want to miss out on anything. And make sure you subscribe to YouTube. In order to see this show, you have to make sure that you subscribe. So share it with your mom, your cousin, your auntie, your dogs, your cats. Share it with everybody. Get the word out. You know what I'm saying? Let's support one another and let's create change in our city because we're starting here first, right?
Absolutely.
So make sure you guys do that.
All right. That is awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing the shows. I've have subscribed to your YouTube channel and like your
Thank you.
page.
Good, thank you.
And here with Detroit Metro Plug, we're here to celebrate people. I'm here as your servant to serve you, to let people get your story out. And I'm excited that you guys came on to talk about the Redemption Room. Looking forward to seeing the lives that's going to be transformed as a result of them being involved in your program. Looking forward to seeing the conversations you're going to have with these people who are going to be transitioning to a better life and better opportunity. And I just want to thank everybody. Yes, I want to thank everybody for being on the podcast. I appreciate that. And I encourage you to follow us on YouTube, those who will be viewing this, to subscribe to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast on YouTube. We try to bring interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. And definitely the Redemption Room hits both entrepreneurship and community involvement and transforming lives. That's awesome. Well, ladies, I want to thank you again for your time and being on the Detroit Metro Plug podcast.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.